Hello, sixth grade math students. So this week we're going to be working on expressions and equations, checkpoint 2. This focus is on equivalent expressions found by using the distributive property and factoring using the distributive property. So my direct teaching is day 1, direct teaching 1. And we're going to be looking at ways to represent the area of a rectangle. Remember that when we're representing this rectangle, we can see that it also represents the equation and the distributive property. We look at figure A, and there's a 6 on the length and a width of 3 and 2. So we know that area is length times width, and we're going to select all the expressions that represent the area of the large outer rectangle, not the little inner ones, the large outer rectangle. So let's look at the first option, 6 plus 3 plus 2. That would give us 6 plus 3 plus 2. That would be about half of the perimeter, but it wouldn't show us the area on the inside. So that's not what we're looking for. So we do not want that one. Nope. Next, we look at 6 times 3 plus 6 times 2. That would be 6 times 3, this area, and 6 times 2, this area. So that one would work. So we'll highlight that, as we can see that that area in this section, 6 times 3, 18, 6 times 2, 12, all together is 30. So highlight that with me now as one of the expressions that represents that area. Next, we have 6 times 3, that would be this area here, plus 2 more. That one won't work because it's not the area of this one, that's just the width of this one. So that's a no-go on this one. Next, we have 6 times 5. When we're thinking about area, we know that it's length times width. 6 is the length. How much is this width if we put it together? 3 and 2. If we add those together, that does make 5. So 6 times 5 would be all of this area in here. So that answer is correct. Let's look at this next one here. I think our last answer helps us see that this one would work as well, because 6 times 3 plus 2 means that we're just adding the two partial widths together to make that 5. So this one is also true. And if we have 6 times 3 times 2, we've already determined that this area is 30. So if we look, 6 times 3 would be this 18. And if we multiply the whole thing times 2, that would give us 36. That is not correct. So as you see, those 3 that we have highlighted in green are equivalent expressions, and they are the 3 different ways we can write an equation using the distributive property. Let me clear that for you, and we'll go to the next one. 6 times 3 plus 2 is equivalent to 6 times 3 on its own, then 6 times 2. We can also add the 3 and 2 first, and we get 6 times 5. Those are all equivalent. We're going to use the same process for this next one. I want you to pause me for a minute and try it on your own. Select all the expressions that represent the area of the shaded rectangle on the left side of figure B. Explain your reasoning.